Hey, what's up everybody? This is DDS, and in this video I'm going to be answering the questions that some of you guys asked on my video, which was entitled Ask Me Some Questions. As you know, I plan on doing this once a month, and just to get some feedback from you guys and just see what some stuff that you guys will want to know from me. And I'm going to try and answer these questions to the best of my ability. Haven't even gone through the questions yet, so I'm going to be reading them right here on my phone. You can't see it, but I'm going to be reading it as I'm going through and just answering them so you guys can tell me what you think. So, and hopefully I answer your questions. And if you have any other questions, I guess you can leave them in the comments on this video. And I'm going to do this again next month, like I said. So I'm about to get started on it. Alright, first question. Do you get a percentage royalty off every beat you sell? And have you thought about selling beats online? What's your opinion on selling beats online versus email? Do I get a percentage off every beat I sell? I mean, it depends on how it goes. I mean, what do you mean by a royalty percentage? Because I mean, some people buy beats and don't even do anything with it. A lot of times if I lease beats to people, it doesn't really, you know, they don't really put it out there like that to even go after that. But I mean, if there's a situation where somebody leases a beat and they're pushing it, a lot of times even if somebody believes or they're being serious about something, they want to push it, they're going to go for the exclusive rights because they don't want anybody else to have that track. So they'll go ahead and be like, you know what, I'm gonna grab this myself, and then ain't nobody else gonna have it after that. I mean, somebody might have had it before, but that gives them the ability to do what they want. And then from that point, we will do the paperwork and whatnot once they get to knowing that they want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's in person, if I'm there and somebody's recording, we can do a digital split sheet. I can register with BMI, that's who I'm with. If you're with ASCAP or CSEC, you can register with them, excuse me. Let me see, have you thought about selling beats online? What's your opinion on selling beats online versus email? I've sold beats online before. I used to do it or try to do it a lot before I got a name for myself, but it wasn't really working like that. I'll sell beats every now and then, but it was nothing really consistent. You know, it was like, I'm $25 here, $25 the next month. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really consistent. I couldn't live off of it, but now I can put stuff up. Like I have a track out that I just have up on BeatStars. I have probably 2 or 3 tracks on there. I don't even promote the tracks on there because I didn't put what I wanted on there yet. So I just set them up there, you know, put the price at $50, and I got 2 leases off of it without me really even promoting it. It just happened. So, but as far as the online stuff versus, I'm assuming you mean a beat store versus email. Email is cool too. It's kind of more personal, but for me, my time is important. I hate making snippets. That's like, I had to take a lot of time to do that, especially if it's somebody who just wants to lease. If they want to lease, I wouldn't do that. If somebody's buying an exclusive, I would think about it, but at the same time, it's a lot of work. I'd rather put the beats on the beat store and let them go there and they could stream it and go over it as many times as they want to, and then from there they could download it after they pay for it. So I mean, you can do the email thing, but like I said, time is important to me, and I don't like spending time making snippets because I feel like there's other avenues of doing that. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the next question. Are you using Instagram color grade filters on your photos on your IG page, or software color grade? And also, when you are taking your pictures, are you using the time shutter, or is somebody else taking your pictures for you? Okay, so the stuff I put on my Instagram, on the pictures that I take of myself, I simply just put it in Lightroom and make some edits to it. I used to do graphic design. When I was in high school, I had a graphic design business that I started in high school, went to college for it for a minute. I'm certified in graphic design, but well, I'll say on the high school level, I'm certified. I got certificates and all that stuff, and then got college credit for it. Went to school for it, wasn't really feeling it. So anyway, that's a whole nother video, but I'm using Adobe Lightroom, do some edits. I take the pictures, throw them up there. Now when I take my pictures, it's pretty much the process that I'm doing now with my camera. My camera's on a tripod, and I'm looking for my little remote that I use. I don't even see it right now. Alright, anyway, I have a little remote that I use. It's real little, and you just click it and the camera goes off in 2 seconds. Simple as that. Or you can have it, you can set it for 10 seconds, I believe, and you do that, you have to sit there for 10 seconds. So it's not really hard at all. And then also with the Canon, I have an app on my phone where I can pull up my camera's view on my phone, pick where I want it to focus, change the settings around, and click it. I don't do that as much because I think the remote is a lot easier, because I could hide the remote in my hand. Like, sometimes you can't tell that I have it. So versus me using my phone like this, having it up to my face. So that's what I do. Take my pictures myself. It was a great investment. I love taking my own photos. I don't have to worry about paying nobody. I just go ahead and set the camera up and do my own thing, you know, whenever I feel like doing it. Last night I had a photo shoot at 2 o'clock in the morning. Next question. When uploading audio instrumentals, what template are you using to create beat instrumental videos? For that, I just simply I use Final Cut Pro, and I take a picture that I like or whatever, put it in there, crop it how I want to crop it, add some effects to it that I like to use. It's not really a template or anything, I just change it. I know what I want. When I change the picture, I automatically know the effects that I want on it, and it's pretty much the same every time, or I can replace it and then copy the effects from the last thing over to it. So that's what I do for that. And then that's why I had my tag on my first beat video. My newer tag was on it, even though I didn't have my tag at the time, because I just threw it over. But next question, basic question. Have the Machine Studio on the way. How do you mentally catalog and find sounds and effects when you have 18,000 to choose from? Been messing around with the iMachine 2 until my studio arrives. I'm in Italy from the Bay, and even messing with 2,000 sounds is tedious. Besides, I didn't want my computer to go off. Yeah, so let me see that again. How do I mentally catalog and find sounds? What I do is, on the days where I'm not really feeling like making beats, but I want to be productive, I will just sit and go through my sounds and take my favorite sounds. Well, first, Native Instruments has something where you can mark them as your favorites. Go through, mark them as my favorites, mark them as my favorites. Just go through stuff, like get inspired and nice sounds. Once I find, you know, I spent some 20-30 minutes doing that, even though that's not even done with all the sounds. I will go and make my own drum kits from there, or I just go through and just find them and then have my favorites ready for the next time I make beats. And then if you're talking about certain VSTs, it's pretty much the same process. Nexus lets you do favorites, Omnisphere lets you rate them. So just stuff like that, you know, so, because I know it can get overwhelming when you have a whole lot of sounds and you're trying to figure out where to start from, because you'll be like, I got all this, I don't even know where to start. But if you mark your favorites, you'll be good to go. Alright, I already answered that on the video. How do you come up with a name for your beats? I name all my beats. It's a hard process, but I hear that it's a lot better to name your beats than it is for you to like put today's date. Like, even if it's something like black box on the floor, because I have a black box on the floor, like, it's random. Like, I may just sit there and think of stuff and type it in my notes, just sit there all day, go look at book titles, movie titles, TV shows, whatever it is, little phrases or something may pop in your head throughout the day. Just put it in your notes. A lot of times now what I do is I just sit back and listen. I will listen to the song for probably about 30 seconds, and then whatever pops up in my head or whatever mood it is, I'll come up with something around that. But yeah, I name all my beats, and that's the process I do. Hey DDS, do you use a lot of samples in your tracks, or do you prefer using instruments? Thanks. I'm actually just now getting back into sampling. I was into it probably about 2012, 2013. That was pretty much all I was doing. I mean, I had my regular stuff, but for the most part it was samples. I fell in love with sampling. Then I got out of it. It's more fun to me to create something from scratch than it is for me to sample. And then on top of that, on the business side of it, it's a lot more involved with samples than it is with originals. So me personally, I prefer original, but I am getting back into sampling because it is fun. Sometimes it could add some extra, like if it's a song that you love and you just want to put a twist on it, or if you even hear something, that's what I do. I go looking for stuff, and when I just click on something random and it sounds good to me, I'm like, I could do something to this. So from there, I just sample it, you know. But personally, I prefer doing my own instruments and stuff, but that's just me, that's my style. My style in sampling, sometimes it matches, sometimes it doesn't. All right, next question. As someone who isn't trained in piano, what advice can you give to what can you give to come up with fresh patterns for playing keys on the synth or machine? I find myself using a lot of the same progressions in my beats. Thanks, man. Keep up the good work. I just did a video on this. It was called Finding Inspiration on Machine. So you can go look at that, and from there you'll just see me playing with the machine. That's all I do. I lock it in the scales. Like, I know a little bit about playing piano, but I'm just not good with my fingers on it. I know the notes and all that, not really the chords necessarily, but I know enough. I know my way around it. But when it comes to the machine, I just lock in a scale that I like. Like I have my favorite scales. Like I love the minor scales. So from there, I would just lock into whatever minor scale I want, and then just sit there and play it. You just play until you find something you like, and then build up from there. And if you find yourself doing the same thing, which you shouldn't, because if you're just doing random stuff, you're not gonna find the same thing. But if you do, just push yourself to try something different. Just be like, I'm just gonna close my eyes and see what I come up with. Hit record, come up with something. You know, little things like that. That'll test you and make you be creative. That's what I would do. But yeah, check out that video though. Will you do collabs with people online? Yes and no. I'm the type of person I'd rather work in person, because like when I'm making a beat, I could be like, I know where I want this to go. I'm just gonna keep going with it. Or excuse me about that. It's late. I just wanted to get a video out for you guys. It's late. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Back to what I was saying. And then sometimes I've had people send me beats to where I'm like, the beat is done. Like, I don't want to overproduce the song by adding elements to it when it's not necessary. The song is good enough as it is. And then you got the people who would just send you something that's just like a drum that's just like boom, 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 boom. And I'll be like, like what was the purpose of sending that to me? I could have did that. No offense, but it's like I could do my own drum pattern, so it's like that didn't inspire me to do anything. So I mean, it just has to be the right thing, and I like to work with machine. And then some people don't use the same software I use. Then you got the people that got the pirated software and they want to work with, send me the stuff, and then it don't work because I paid for the stuff, and then it's just a mess. So I just rather get in, lock in person, and just do the work. So let me see what's next. What artists have you worked for, and what did they think of your work? I mean, right now, the only people that you guys probably would know is Dej Loaf, Trey the Truth. That's about it. I mean, I've had songs with Lil Wayne, a few other people, but those were just things that I didn't really have any input in. It was just like, people did, like, there were hundreds of remixes. I ain't gonna say hundreds, there were tons of remixes of Try Me. I wasn't there in the room with those people. Those people did that on their own. I've been in the room with Dej. You know, she likes my music. Obviously, we have music together. Trey the Truth, I talked to him on the phone about the tracks that we were doing at that point in time, or the track or two that we did at that point in time. Just sending stuff back and forth, you know. But outside of that, I've worked with people that's on the come up that you probably wouldn't know yet. I have some of their music on my channel, and it's just about building, you know. People like my music, so it's just getting to those bigger people are just, it's harder because everybody's trying to do that. So when I'm like I am now, like I'm send stuff out there, then send stuff down here, send stuff up there, send stuff down here, because you gotta keep on working. So to answer, I guess that did answer your question. I'm working, but it's probably not with a lot of people that you actually know. It's a few people you know, and then that stuff has to come out. So be on the lookout for that stuff. All right. How can I buy your hoodie you wear that says DDS on it? The thing about the hoodies was I was selling them at one point, but they weren't moving fast enough. So not that they weren't moving fast enough, but it became a long, drawn out process. I had people telling me that they wanted to buy them, had people email me saying they were going to buy them. You know how that goes. And then once you actually, because you got to spend the money to buy the hoodies. So once I buy the hoodies and I got them ready to go, people just weren't responding, or, oh, I'm gonna get with you when I get some more money and stuff like that. And it just wasn't going. So I eventually sold the ones I had, and I only have like a small left in my closet. So I mean, if you fit a small, feel free to email me. My email's in the description, and I can get it to you. But other than that, I'm probably gonna hold off. I might do t-shirts when it gets warm again outside, but for right now, I'm just gonna hold off on that. What are the top 3 additions you like to make to your studio if you had a limited amount of money, hardware, BST, anything? All right, the first thing I keep forgetting the name of it. I want to say it's a Korg something, but it's one of those keyboards that actually come with tons of beautiful sounds in it. I want one of those. Those things cost like thousands of dollars. Right now, I'm not trying to spend that money on it, but one day though, give me some months. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have that keyboard though. I'm gonna have it. It's huge. It's just beautiful. I go to Guitar Center and play with it every single time I go in there. Just the sounds on there are just so beautiful. That's one thing. The second thing I would want, I'm trying to think of what else is there that I would want, because I'm actually about to pick up some new VSTs now, so I'm not gonna put those in there. I don't really know. I really don't know. I would just say if I had an unlimited budget, I would like to have a studio set up where my microphone isn't right here. I would want my microphone separated. Like, I would want to build a studio, so I'll put that in there. If I have an unlimited budget, I want to build a studio and then get that cord thing. And then I think it's a Novation keyboard that I wanted too. I forgot what it's called. The Novation. I forgot the name of it, but you get the point. Oh, and I'll get a talk box too, because that seems like it's cool. I know that's some crazy answers, but yeah, those are the things I would add. Next question: do you use a Mac Mini for your main setup? If so, is it good for music production? Yep, I'm all for the Mac Mini. The iMac is expensive because you're paying for the screen, but I have like a 32-inch TV right there, hooked up the Mac Mini, and it works fine. It's cool. It works perfect. All my music stuff runs through it. All my photo editing, all my video editing is done there. I do everything from a Mac Mini. You just have to customize it to get the most RAM and the best processor, with however much you can afford. It's an investment. So if you want it to run the best, you definitely want to build a custom one. So yeah, it's good. I would recommend it. Next question: in your last mixing video, when you talked about keeping it simple and sending the track outs, did you mean you don't arrange to them? Oh, you don't do arrangement to them? Or do you mean you just do the arrangement and change of patterns in Machine first before dropping them into Logic? Exactly. I arrange my beats completely in Machine. I do everything in Machine except mixing. And you know, sometimes I do automation in Logic, but a lot of times I do automation in Machine. And when you export it, your automation will automatically be tied to the files. When you open it in Logic, it's still there. I definitely arrange, because I mean, some people say you shouldn't arrange your beats because you send them out, they may want to rearrange it, however, but at the same time, you just don't want to send a hook the whole time, you know, because it's just going to be repetitive after a while. Got to have some type of change up, at least in my opinion. Next question: my machine has some sound distortion and the chords play halfway then stop. I didn't care how to fix it. Could you help me out? I probably should answer this on there, but what VST are you using when you do that? Because I know some VSTs will cut it out as you're playing chords. If you're holding it, it will just be like dunk versus being like dunk. So what VST are you using? Like I said, I should probably just write you back on there and talk about that to you. And I'm not sure exactly what the sound distortion is. So if you see this before I ask, just leave a comment and I'll get with you on that. Next question: what's up, fam? I have a question. Can you please make a video explaining copyrights, how to get your music production and music copywritten? If you're with BMI or ASCAP, can you explain the process, please? I think it's good for people to be aware of the importance of it since it's overlooked a lot. Yeah, it's important. It's very important. It's very important to make sure that you guys register with the PRO, or Performance Rights Organization. That's how you get paid. Well, one of the ways you get paid, and you want to make sure you get paid off your music, radio spins, whatever. So I'm personally with BMI, as some of you guys may know. If you want to copyright your beats and your music all together, there's different ways of going about it. There's copyright.gov. If you have a lawyer, you can have your lawyer do it. But me personally, I would just say, if you don't have the funds for a lawyer and don't want to pay for it because it's going to be expensive, you might as well just go ahead, get your stuff in a folder, and then submit the folder, and it'll cost you, I don't want to say the price, I'm not sure because I haven't looked on there in a while, but yeah, that's how you do it. But as far as me doing a video on that, I don't think it's necessary, because it's really, you just go to copyright.gov and fill out the paperwork if you're doing it on your own. And like I said, you guys know I'm with BMI. The whole process with that is you just go register on their website. And I think there was a fee when I did it, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be free, but I think it was a fee. So yeah, just check into that. You just register it, and then from there you register the songs that you make. If you give a beat to somebody and they start recording it, figure out the name of it, and when you find out the name of it, you go put in your share, and then their share, or you guys do a digital split sheet, and then you sit up there and from there you register it. So yeah, it's simple, but it's very important to do that. Next question: great tutorials. You mentioned something in a previous video about artists possibly rearranging the tracks when sending them over. If you already have the beat copyrighted, is it still your beat, or is it I'm sorry. Or is it all in how the contract is written up? It's still your beat. And when people rearrange stuff, I mean, a lot of times if they're gonna rearrange it and it's not would be an MP3, a lot of the times they will have to get the exclusive because they want the copyright to make the changes. So from there, I would hope in your contract you're not giving up your rights to the song. So you're just giving them the freedom to make adjustments that they want to make. So if they want to change the hook and move it up here, they can do that. Or they might even call you and have you do it. So yeah, it's still your beat. It doesn't belong to nobody else. It's still yours. Okay, let me see. What updates would you like to see to the machine software? My main thing that I want to see to the machine software is simply the arranging. I love arranging the machine because it's fast, but at the same time, I don't want to be stuck to, you have to do it here, here, and here. I want it to be like here, here, here. But if I want to add an effect that doesn't fit in here, but it goes in the middle and it goes into this one, excuse me. I want to make sure that I can do that without it being locked in. That's really my only complaint. If they actually build the DAW up to where you can do vocals in it and stuff, I would love that, and also better mixing. And then the option to sample from MP3s as well too, because I get tired of converting my MP3 to waves and stuff like that. So better mixing, better recording technology if they're going to do that, if they're going to step out of that. The arranging is my favorite though, because I used to like adding little transition things in the background when I was using FL Studio. So I can't do that on there anymore because the scenes are like locked in. So that's the stuff that I would like to see. But there's a new update coming out soon. I'm not sure when, but I keep hearing it's coming real soon. Next one, you mentioned in your mixing video that a mentor gave you feedback on your mixing skills. Do you provide any one-on-one mentoring? If so, what are the requirements? Enjoy your videos for sure. Appreciate that. Do I do any one-on-one mentoring? I mean, I talk to people about stuff. People might play me stuff every now and then, like, but nothing too crazy. The reason I don't get into that is because I feel like, me personally, I feel like I don't know everything I need to know to tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I can tell you if I like something or what I would do, but I'm like, who am I to tell you to do this way? Who am I to tell you to do it that way? But if somebody was interested in doing it, just hit me up. You know, we'll talk about it and see what we can work out. It's just, I don't want people to, I mean, I don't want nobody to be getting offended because I might be like, yeah, I don't really like this, I'll change this way, because I know some people are really stuck in their ways. But I mean, if you want to come to me for advice and all that, just email me, let me know what you're interested in, and then we'll go from there. And if you want to set something up, we can set something up just to see. All right, next question. Hey man, what's your thoughts on FL Studio workflow? I love FL Studio. FL Studio was my first love before I got Machine. I started on FL Studio. I was on FL Studio for years, and it's just, I switched because I wanted a Mac, but I had bought the Machine prior to me getting a Mac, and it just wasn't working at all. Like, I used to try and run it in FL. It was too much hard work, not hard work, but it was too much of a hassle. It got me out the creative process. And then on top of that, my computer, when I had a Windows, couldn't really handle Machine. So I was like, man, forget it. I'm jumping right into Machine, gonna get a Mac when I can afford it. And I did that, never looked back. Now, if FL Studio comes to Machine, and Machine comes to Mac like they've been saying they were gonna do for years, because I believe FL 12 was supposed to be on the Mac, and they didn't do it. So if it comes, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I bought my FL Studio, so I have the lifetime free updates and all that. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. I look forward to it. I know they have little betas and stuff, but you can't use your VSTs in it, so it's like, what's the point? But yeah, I love FL Studio. Next question. Have you ever collabed with a female producer before? No. Would you work with a female? Yes. What do you think about females trying to make a mark in the entertainment industry? Most of all, how does it seem? I'm trying to figure out, it says WHH. So it's either how, who, I'm just gonna say, does it seem like, let me just read it. What does it, I'm gonna say, what does it seem like? Like the guys don't want to work with female producers, but be, okay, I want to say that. How can make dudes want my beats it's hard to tell what you guys like sometimes, or should I just continue being me with my music? I'm gonna say continue being you with your music. Nothing's wrong with being a female producer. There's a lot of female producers that's successful. They're just not getting the shine that the guys are, because I don't really know why. I think a lot of guys will work with a female producer just off the strength that it's a female. Some guys don't like working with other dudes. They'll probably rather work with a female. Simple as that. I mean, and then some people, you probably see a lot of guys working together because they're friends. You know, if you're homies, you always together. You always taking pictures together. You always working together. If y'all not homies, then it's like y'all are distant. But if a female is there, I don't think if you come in and you got good beats and you can add something, nobody's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna work with her because she's a female. There's a lot of females that do hip hop, pop, R&B, TV stuff, movie stuff. So there's a whole realm of that. So I'm pretty sure you can do it. Don't let the female stuff or dudes seem like they ain't gonna want to work with you because you're a female. Cause that's not true. That's not true. You'll be good. Just keep working and then be you with your music. You know, see what's popular, add it to what you're doing in your own lane, so that way you're not copying what's popular, but you're just incorporating it into what you're doing. Next question. How old were you when you first got your machine? When I first got my machine, that was 2013, so I was 21, or it was just for my 21st birthday when I bought a machine. Let me see, I already answered that. Oh, no, I didn't answer that. Somebody else answered it. What are your thoughts on the MPC and the MPC Live? Okay, I never used the MPC before, so I can't really say like, oh, I like it this way, I like it that way. I know that's the original, but the MPC Live looks pretty cool. I was thinking about getting one, but I'm so caught up with Native Instruments that I'm trying to see if they're gonna come out with something. I just had this conversation with somebody and they was like, they don't think that they're gonna come out with something that's gonna be able to top that. So I'm just gonna wait it out and see, and if after a few months or so there's no word of anything coming, I might just have to pick it up. Alright, let me see this. Would you ever build your own gaming PC for music or for much better music making experience? Nah, I wouldn't, because I'm not a computer dude like that. I just like making sure everything can run fast like that. I wouldn't go back to PC either. I mean, I guess you could say I built my own Mac because they let you do it on the website, but I wouldn't build another PC. I'm not going back to Windows anymore. Then on top of that, Mac has this one computer. I want to say it costs about, or Apple has this computer, I want to say it's probably about $4,000, and you can customize that computer and it will be like the only computer you'll ever need. It's crazy. You have another question. What kind of cars do you like, such as supercars and luxury cars? I like the Ferrari F12, the McLaren, BMW X4. I'm not into all that. I have a, I ain't gonna say what type of car I have, but I mean, I'm into the sports cars, you know, the Chargers, Camaros, Challengers, stuff like that. I'm not really into the luxury cars or the supercars. I wouldn't buy a Lamborghini personally. It wouldn't. It's not something I want to do. I'd rather just put that money somewhere else, invest it in something, or build a business with it, because those cars, a car can get taken from you just like that. I had got my first car when I was in high school, and 2 days after I had it, I was sitting at a red light. Well, not a red light, I was just sitting at the light waiting to make a left turn, and the woman came and hit me like head on and totaled my car. So I know car. I don't care about all that. It's cool. Cars are cool. Like I said, I love those fast sports cars, but when you start talking about spending hundreds of thousands and all that on cars, nah, I'm cool on that. Next question, are you interested in switching to the Yamaha? Yeah, I got those. You saw them in my other videos. Do I do promotions? Nah, not really. Nah, I'm too busy trying to get my own self established, but I think that's all the questions. That's all, at least that's all the questions in here, so let me make sure. For some reason, my camera cut off right there. It didn't cut off, it just said my recording was stopped. I don't think I was talking for 30 minutes, but maybe I was. That's crazy. I don't think I was talking for 30 minutes though. But anyway, like I was saying, hopefully I got some of your questions answered. I answered all of them actually that was on the video. So if you have any other questions, leave them on here. I'll get with you. I'm gonna make another video. Like I said, I want to do this once a month. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you're not new, I just want to thank you for watching. keep supporting me. Thank you. Take care.